What's happening, fellow Marvel Legends collectors, and happy Marvelous March. And as promised in my preview video for the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War series, we are reviewing the Build-A-Figure Thanos first from this series. And he is the main reason a lot of people are picking up this series. Some people have said this series is kind of weak. Others really tend to like it. I'm kind of right in between. I like some of the movie characters in this series, and I like a few of the comic characters, but I do have some problems with some here and there overall. With this Build-A-Figure, I'm pretty happy with him. He's in pretty good scale to what he looks like in the movies compared to the hero characters. He's a good bit taller than them, and actually the whole Black Order is pretty tall. And it's nice to get two of the Black Order in this series. I really do like that about it. And, well, while I have him here, might as well pull out the comic book Thanos, give you a little size comparison overall. And he is bigger than all the figures here in front of us. So, he's a pretty tall Build-A-Figure. About 9 inches. But one problem a lot of people have been having with this figure, and I kind of have to agree, if I can get him nice and up close for his face shot here. For a Build-A-Figure, they should put some more detail in this face sculpt. Well, the sculpt is okay, but there's not a lot of paint addition here. And it seems like everybody's head has this little mark where the mold was getting filled in. Some people have a little plastic tab there. Mine is kind of just a big blemish right where that part of the seam is going across the head. But all in all, I do think the sculpt's good. Definitely not too much paint variation. A little bit on his lips, a little bit in his eyes. And SH Figure Arts just released their images for their Thanos the other day, so that kind of makes this one look a little bit pale in comparison, especially with the sculpt. But articulation, I don't know if it's going to be able to beat it. This one's pretty good. And I do like the overall body of this figure. Like I said, not a lot of paint variation, especially on that right arm. None whatsoever. It's just that straight purple. And of course on this side, we do get some nice details with this Infinity Gauntlet. All the different colors. However, it looks like there's a lot more they could have done with this detail in here. Even if it's just minor dry brushing. And with this look, he isn't decked out in his full armor. But I have a feeling he's going to be decked out in that at some point in the movie. And with his outfit that he has on, it does have nice sculpted detail. If you run your finger along this, you can feel all that is sculpted in there, the way the fabric looks. And the paint is nice and shiny, where that kind of bronze is. And his belt right here is a little silver. This is a separate piece, so you can kind of hide where that waist cut is. That's pretty nice. And his boots have nice detail where the knee pads are, but down below there is no paint variation. I'm sure customizers could have a field day with doing little paint adjustments, especially with his face. And I'm sure it'll bring out that sculpt a lot more. But for articulation, he's pretty good. His head's on a ball joint and a hinge, which will spin all the way around. Look, that far up, that far down, and you can actually get a good bit of tilt in there too. Ball joint and hinge at the shoulders, which will go up 90 degrees. Rotate all the way around on both sides. Bicep cut. Get full rotation. and a single hinge at the elbows, which will go up to 90 degrees and back straight, and of course a peg and a hinge here at the wrist, so you can get a good bit of movement there. And it's a little different for the glove. You don't get as much movement, and it's a lot stiffer. Yeah, you can only get it in about there and back just one click, so not too much with the gauntlet. And he does have a pretty nice ab crunch. We'll go back this far forward. Of course, he has the cut at the waist, which you can get full rotation out of, but be mindful of that skirt. And he will kick up to 90 degrees, back that far, out that far, and he does have a cut here at the upper thigh, which will rotate all the way around. Double jointed knees. Whoa, popped his leg off. But it will go all the way back if I can keep it in this time. Actually, let's try it on this side. Maybe that's in a little tighter. There we go. Yep, all the way back. And he does have the pivot here at the foot and the hinge, which will go really far back and this far forward. So really good articulation, and I do like this Build-A-Figure, and with all the hype of the movie, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be picking up this series for just this figure alone, and how can you blame them? It's our first MCU Marvel Legends Thanos. So, alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this review, and stay tuned because I will be reviewing Proxima Midnight next. So stay tuned for that.